Hey y'all, I'm Alex from Soulmates of Georgia, and today we're in the middle of June, and I'm going to give you a quick walk around the garden. It might not be too quick because I'm kind of talkative, and show you what we've done so far, progress we've made, and a little bit of our plans for the future. So here we go, let's roll. All right, so if y'all have watched some of our earlier videos, you know we love self-watering containers. All of them I have here are self-water or homemade ones, except for this one here in the middle, this rounder one, store-bought, just because I was short on time and needed to get them in the ground, needed to get my plants in the ground. But today's focus is not on what we're growing them in, but what we're actually growing. And because I have such a bad memory on what I've planted, even though I have these labeled here, I have stakes, or not stakes, I have labels in almost all of them, but I decided to go ahead and just bring these out, the packets I use, and be able to say what I have exactly and not just try to guess. So this is really cool. Look at all this fruit on here. Come on, camera. There we go. Look at that. That's great. And it's all the way up here. There's tons of it coming along. It's actually getting too long, too tall for me to be able to reach. So even when I'm on the ledge, I can get to it a little bit, but I'm gonna have to top it off or something soon. Oh, so these are Greek peppers, which is funny because I've been to Greece a couple of times. My dad's side of the family is Greek, and I don't remember eating Greek peppers over there. We had salads over there are mainly just tomatoes and feta and cucumbers, and that's an actual Greek salad, not what we have here in the States. But these things are looking good, and I need to figure out when I'm supposed to harvest them. This is my first year growing them, but I'm excited because they all look good and it's producing like crazy. Cherry tomatoes is about the easiest tomato to grow, and these are rocking. These are Sweetie organic tomato, but it's got fruit all the way up, cruising all the way to the top, and now it's really, there's another sucker. Oh, I just saw that one. I thought I trimmed these earlier. Another sucker up here that's already getting out of hand. I can barely see it that way. But I'm gonna have to top those off because it's just getting too much. This is the one tomato I don't have labeled. It's producing, so that's good. There's 3 of them there. Oh wait, there are 2 more back here. So 5 in this little bunch there, all looking good. Got a few more up here. I can get to them. And that's pretty good. That's a decent sized steak, but this one over here, this is a lawn keeper. So that's the tag on it. It has a monster growing in here. Let's see if I can, there it is. I'll be able to show it better, I think, when I get it to the other side of the garden. But it's, yeah, I can't get my hand in there while doing this, but it's bigger than the palm of my hand by a good bit. So I'll try to show it from the other angle. This other one here is probably my worst one. It's okay right here, but down the alley here, I'll show you, it's not doing as well. It does have some fruit on here, and they're actually starting to look good. But it's such a bush looking, it's not a bush variety, but it is taking off like a bush. It had so many suckers that I let get out of hand way too early. So I've got to figure it out, and it is way past its stake there. And so these way up here are just, I can't even come close to reaching those. So I need to figure out if I'm gonna get a step stool up there, get a ladder up there, and try to trim them down or do something, because that's not working. My blueberries are being taken over by the birds. Got one in there almost right. I picked one the other day that was not even close to being right, just because I wanted to have one of them and not give them all to the birds. But it's still good. Next year, or maybe I'll go ahead and do it this year, I need to get a bird netting over it. This is my dwarf variety. Oh, that one might be ready here. No, that's like that. I picked one like that the other day. Looked beautiful on top. Look at that nice blue. Focus. Come on now, there we go. But after I picked it, the bottom side is still pretty green. I don't want to break it off, but that one's barely produced, but that's my dwarf. It's pretty much just here to pollinate the rest of them. This is the other one that I was saying is kind of bad. This is the delicious. I'm letting it go down here. It had kind of a sucker, I guess that would be, or a resprout off a growth in here. I'm letting that go, and I have massacred this one intentionally. It would look like it was dying, the leaves. I don't know if it's a fungus or what it was. I covered it in another video, and it just isn't producing. Everything died. It was like it was blossom end rot, but then it looked different than the other ones. So I'm letting it go for now. It's not catching this cherry tomato over here, and this cherry tomato is insane. Tons of them all over. I've got 2 stakes in here and a 4-foot cage trying to hold it in. And that's also next to a lawn keeper. These lawn keepers are amazing. Look at that. There's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there. A bunch coming up here. Some leftover blossom end right there, but I think it's actually healing, so I'm letting it go. I'm curious if it's going to heal. Coming on around. This is, see, I already forgot the R. Rutgers, something like that. There are 3 of them in this container, and they're all doing well. It rained so much over the past week. We had about a week straight of a lot of rain, so I think that one got a little stretched, a little bit too much water. It's still young enough. I think it's going to heal, so I'm letting that one go too. Got more suckers to get off. Dealing with that. This is the pepper chamber over here. So it has 3 peppers in here. 2 of them are California Wonder. Excuse me, one of them is. That's this one here. It's not producing anything yet. I don't think, nope. This one though, the Carnival Blend, is, it's got 1, but that doesn't look like it's doing well over there either. I'm gonna have to figure out this. Oh, they're starting to blossom up here. So they might come around. I just fertilized it last weekend, so hopefully that's coming around. But that's the Carnival Blend. Let's see if I can do that in focus. Much better. All right. Coming on down, I have another Greek pepper. The Greek peppers again are rocking. I just spread them around, but they are looking good. And up here, it is packed with little blossoms. They're all over the place. So I'm really happy with that. And this is one of those old flimsy cages. It'll work on a bell pepper because they're not too heavy. But that's fine. This is another one of the California Wonder here. It is starting to blossom up here. So that's going to come around. This one's awesome. I'm excited about this because it was one of the Southwest packs, which is a variety pack. Is that what it was called? Let's see, now I have to go back. Whatever I showed you earlier, that's what it was. But it's got a, let's see if I can get in here. There we go. It has a really dark colored one. It's a variety pack, and this one looks like it might end up being a purple one. Really, really dark. So I'm curious how it's going to end up. So shaded in there, it's hard to tell, but it's purple-ish. All right, we'll fly down here. This is the comfrey. I've been taking, the gimbal's taken over. I've been taking little clippings from the comfrey and putting it in my compost. These things are huge though. Look at that. Way bigger than my hand. And that's not even the biggest one. There's some massive, look, it's huge. So I take a couple of clippings off the bottom here, put it in my compost, and just add some more green to it. All right, it's flat to the top. All right, up at the top of my garden here, the top of the little hill in my backyard, I got my trellis out since our last video that I posted, and this is my cucumber, 2 of them. I cut it down to 2, I thinned them out. I had, I think 4 came up in there, but I cut it down, and they're starting to blossom. Look great. Look at all those ants on there. I've read that the sign of ants on your garden is a sign that aphids are around and they're eating the nectar. that the aphids are leaving behind. I haven't seen but one aphid over the past week. It's been raining so much, I haven't been out here as much, so there might be more that I don't know about. Tried to spray neem oil and then ended up raining next day when it wasn't forecast to rain. This is spaghetti squash, which is really starting to go. I love these tendrils too. Look at that. They grab on with so much strength. That's gonna be good. Got a long time on that. Nothing fruiting yet. This is my watermelon, and it does have a blossom over here. There we go. So that looks pretty good. I need to figure out, or it needs to figure out, nature needs to figure out how to get its, there we go. It's self-pollinated over here because I only see one, and that's not going to help it. But I do have a little baby here. That is the only one, but that's, I'm really curious on this one. It's pretty low to the ground. These are sugar baby, and it might be so big. Whoops, I'm off. There it is. It might get even too big because the ground is close here. I want it to be up on the trellis because I don't want it, worms and slugs and a lot of the critters to get into it. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Just the other side of it. So I'm up here. I walked around for a reason. What I'm working on next, look at all this bamboo. This is what Susie and I just cut a couple of weekends ago at the farm. I've got my son's old soccer goal. I'm going to try to figure out how to extend this trellis. It's 5-foot netting, but my posts, I put them in so deep that the 5 feet didn't go, but maybe 4 feet from the top of the containers. I'm going to try to rig up something with my son's old soccer goal that he hasn't used in 3 or 4 years or 5 years with some bamboo we cut. I have a couple extra T-posts left over. We'll have a video on that once I finish it, trying to put it all together. And I actually don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to mess with it today. That's part of my Saturday. Today's a Saturday. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I might do some teepees. I might do some posts that go, if I move this closer, put some kind of horizontal pieces going that way. But we'll see, and we'll have a video to show all of that. Let me get back down here to the tomatoes from this side because I want to show off that huge one. There it is. Yeah, you can see it better from here, but it's, yeah, I can't see too much better. It's huge. I'll have a better one maybe when I cut it. I'll put it on Instagram. So that's the backyard. Oh, except for one thing down here. Among all the other stuff is my compost bin. So I dumped, it has 2 sides to it. It has 2 sides to it that you can dump stuff in if you have one side working. See how it's divided right here? One side working on, you have almost finished. You can put it on that side, slide it the other, put the no compost. I need to turn it. But what I do, it drips. So I leave this little bucket. I have an old Tupperware thing. I need to get a bigger one because it fills up so fast. I'll pick that up, and I'm not going to do it on camera because I'll probably drop either the camera or it. But I'll take it and dump it into the soil. It's just a lot of good nutrients that come around for it. So I kind of rotate every day, take a pile of it, throw it in the garden that way. And I have one more thing to show. All right, so now I'm in my front yard. Lighting is not great here. It's still partially in the shade. It's going to be a hot one today here in Georgia, so I'm trying to get this done before it's cooking, but then I'll be on to other projects outside anyway. So, I have 3 different piles. These are all pumpkins. I have 3 different little holes I dug for the pumpkins and put in 3 seeds in each. Each of them came up with, each of them sprouted. So I've got to come through and thin these out, and I wish I could let them all grow, and I've thought about it, but I'm gonna let those, yeah, I'll have to figure out which one's stronger in those. a little bit at a time. The one on the far end that I passed right at the beginning already thinned out. But this is just a hill covered in pine straw. I've sprayed it with weed killer for years. Not that it's helped any. I've basically killed the soil. So no more weed killer on it. I'm only planting the pumpkins up here because they are jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. And I'm not going to eat them. So it doesn't really matter. But it's still just not good for the soil to put all that weed killer on. But they are really starting to look good. My goal is to have these pumpkins come down the hill, fill this all up, and prevent some of the erosion if it's covered up well. But also, if I have 3 good ones, I should be able to get a handful of pumpkins, give some to Susie, keep some for us, and give some to my neighbors. And now I have to be able to do that because I showed my neighbor's young son what I'm growing, and he wants one. All right, that's it, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. I am going to continue to update this. Susie will have an update coming out hopefully in the next couple of weeks. She might not get June, but she will have July, looks like. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do. We could definitely use support. And of course, as soon as you're watching this, you know that everybody has to ask for the like and subscribe, and we'd appreciate it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will talk to y'all in the next video.